As we reported earlier, more cases of measles are surfacing in different parts of the country after an outbreak in Texas led to the death of one child. 3 cases of the highly contagious virus are now confirmed in New Jersey. All 3 people were not vaccinated. Meanwhile, there have also been cases in an adult in Kentucky and an infant in Washington state. And in Southern California, officials said an infant with the measles was on a flight arriving at LAX last week. Their vaccination status is unclear. Now, a book published earlier this month, Booster Shots, offers a stark warning about the resurgence of this virus and the anti-vaccine movement. And the author of that book joins us now here in Studio 57, Dr. Adam Ratner, Director of the Division of Pediatric Infectious Diseases at Hassenfield Children's Hospital at NYU Langone. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us. I want to ask, you literally wrote the book on this topic. And a lot of what we're seeing in Texas, you were discussing in that book. Are you concerned by what you're seeing there?
Absolutely. This is a very concerning situation. Children should not be getting measles in these numbers in the United States in 2025. Children should certainly not be dying from measles in 2025.
Yeah, and we also are hearing from the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's sort of downplaying what's happening there. He says this kind of thing happens from time to time. What's your take on that?
My take is that that's wrong. And it's disappointing language to be using. I think that we have had a safe, effective way of preventing measles infection for 60 years. We've had the measles vaccine, which is safe, it works well, and there is no reason that we should have outbreaks like this.
I grew up with this vaccine. I'm guessing you grew up with this vaccine. How do we convince parents that this is effective, it works, and it saves lives?
Right. It's hard because we're trying to have this conversation in the face of just a tremendous amount of disinformation. And I think if you look online, it is easy to find bad information. It is hard to find good information, although good information is out there. And I think we have to help lead people to that information, and we also have to organize locally and have local conversations that are more meaningful and impactful.
I also want to ask about the flu vaccine. This flu season has been particularly bad. And the FDA just canceled its annual meeting of advisors to talk about the next flu vaccine. Is that concerning? What does that tell us about the priorities of this administration?
Yeah, this is also disappointing. It's been a horrible flu season, and it's not over yet. We've had millions of cases and tens of thousands of hospitalizations, tens of thousands of deaths, almost 100 pediatric deaths already this year. Flu is something that we need to take seriously, and part of that is the international cooperation that goes into building the flu vaccine every year. All
right, Dr. Adam Ratner, thanks so much for keeping us informed. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.